Okay, so it is important to know that a prism does have two bases. What else? What other words are important? Parallel. They better be parallel. Could you imagine having a prism, and here's the bottom, and then here's the top? That would not be a prism. It wouldn't work. The top and the bottom need to be parallel. And last word that's important. Congruent. Ding, ding, ding. The top and the bottom, the bases, have to be the same. They have to be the same size and the same shape. If they weren't, let's say the bottom was larger than the top, then it would like lean in like this, be more like a cone or a pyramid. So they do need to be congruent. All right, let's name these. I'll try to call people. Julius, what's this one called? Thanks, Torin. Shelby, what's this one called? Triangular prism. Very good. And Matt, what's this one called? Pentagonal prism, because the bases are pentagons. All right. Lateral faces. Okay. So, this is important because the lateral faces are the ones that connect the base to base. They connect them. So, take a look at my picture. The lateral faces are, you ready? Ooh. What shape is a lateral face in a prism? What shape? Rectangle. It could be a square, but most of the time it's just a rectangle. It's a rectangle. How many? Does it really matter how long it is? When you're finding surface area and volume, it does. Yeah. How many lateral faces does a prism have? How many?
1, 3.
3, 1, 2, 5, 9. Okay, now you're just naming numbers. Omar, how many lateral faces does a prism have?
It is dope,
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? I'm looking for a different answer than that. Brett, it depends on the shape. So this is a hexagon. How many lateral faces does it have? 6. This is a triangle. How many lateral faces does it have? 3. So it's going to have the same. The answer to this question is, how many lateral faces does it have?
3.
The same as the number of sides of the base. It's the answer to that, my question, was not a number. It's however many sides the base has. So Dimitri, I've got a pentagonal prism. How many lateral faces does it have? Pentagonal, pentagon. How many sides does a pentagon have? 5. So it's got 5 rectangles. So if I needed to draw the net, it would have 5 rectangles in the net because it's a pentagon. Okay, that's enough about that. Lateral edges, this isn't a big deal. I just want to show you what the lateral edge is. You don't need this definition. So it's going to show up in purple when I click it. That's a lateral edge. You see, kind of subtle. And that's a lateral edge. The big thing about the lateral edge is that it's also known as the height. So the height of this prism is not A. The height of that prism is B. The height is what connects your base to your base. So that's really important. We're going to talk about that in a minute, though. And then your bases, we already talked about that. Your bases are the pair of congruent parallel faces. Boom, boom. The base is whatever there's 2 of. So you never have to wonder what the base is. It's whatever there's 2 of. Whatever there's 2 of. Okay. There we go. Height is also called the altitude, but we don't need to write that down. Okay, this slide is uber important. Take a look at this slide right there. Look at the green one, look at the purple one. Don't yell it out loud. Decide what the height is.
Where is it?
Which number, but don't yell it out. Which number is the height for each figure? Just a minute. Because this is what most students struggle with, honestly, out of everything. Okay, the green one. Ashley, what is the height of the green one? So, that's the height of the pentagon. What's the height of the prism? How tall is the prism?
8.
Okay, we're doing the green one. Okay, 9.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
still watching.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is that a prism is not always sitting on its base. So if I give you this prism, this is the height. The height is whatever segment connects the what to the what? Base to the base. Whatever connects the base to the base. What segment connects the pentagon to the pentagon? Well, 9 does. 9 connects the pentagon to the pentagon. How tall is this prism? It's not this. This is not how tall it is. It's this segment right here. This is a very short prism because I use squares as its lateral faces. Anyway. All right, next one. Megan, the purple one. What is the height of the purple one? 12. Do you know how many of you, I'm going to have a blank on a worksheet. It's going to say H equals. Do you know how many of you are going to put 8? The height of that prism is not 8. That's the height of the triangle. The height of the prism is 12, even though it's not going up and down. It's whatever connects the base to the base. What connects the triangle to the triangle? Well, it's 12. Moving on. Just to let you know, if a problem ever says in a right prism is just like a prism with good posture. And so this would be, oh gosh, is it called oblique? We don't even deal with these in this class, so I honestly don't remember what it's called. But we will never deal with prisms that are leaning over. So all of our prisms in this class are going to be right prisms. Right. Because that's what our formulas work on, and we want to be able to use our formulas. All right, here we go. Lateral area. So the lateral area, why would we ever use a lateral area? What's a lateral area?
Find how much to
But it's not total surface area. It's not just the bases, even though those are shaded. I shaded them because of the bases. What's the lateral area? If you wanted to paint a room, you would want to find the lateral surface area of the room. Why?
I was like on the outside of the wall.
The lateral faces, yeah.
Area.
The surface area, but minus the ceiling and the floor. You're not going to paint the ceiling, you're not going to paint the floor. So that's the lateral surface area. I don't know if you remember, but on that assessment, do you remember the remodeling assessment where you had to pick the flooring and the painting? It made you find the lateral area of that house even though you didn't know what it was yet. So anyways, the lateral surface area, you need to write this down, it's a new formula, is right there. P times H. Perimeter of the base times the height. P times H. There's a space to write it. In the lateral area equals. Lateral area equals. It does need to be a capital P because capital P stands for perimeter of the base. So capital P from now on, don't ask me, ooh, what does P stand for? It stands for perimeter of the base. So you either need to write it in your notes or just memorize the capital P stands for perimeter of the base. Okay, so that's how you find the lateral area. So let's try it on this picture right here. So LA equals PH. It's the perimeter of the base times the height. So when we are doing these formulas, we're going to find each variable separately. First, we're just going to find P. Perimeter of the base. Perimeter. That was last unit.
72.
Too big. Nasia, what's the perimeter of the base? First, you got to find the base. What shape is the base, guys? What shape is the base? It's a triangle, and actually even said it's a right triangle. Very good. So you're finding the perimeter of this right triangle. Remember, the base is whatever there's 2 of. Ashley? It is 24. 8 plus 6 plus 10. 8 plus 6 plus, how did I know that was 10? Just look right down there. They're congruent. Remember, they're congruent. It is a triple. 6, 8, 10 is a triple, so we didn't even have to put that 10 in. You could have found it yourself. All right, Nasia, what's the height of this prism?
12.
Yay! 12 is the height. And now let the calculator do the rest of the work. P times H.
288.
Yep. Is that what y'all got? 12 times 24. 288. And what's our units? Centimeters squared because it is an area. It's a lateral area.
Is it of both bases or just one?
Capital P stands for perimeter of a base, just one. You wouldn't add them both up. No. Because how this works, I want you to be able to visualize this. If I wanted to paint these walls, I could add up how far it is along each one. So I've got the perimeter of my room, and then I just want to raise that up, let's say 15 feet. I wouldn't find the perimeter of the bottom and the perimeter of the top and multiply both of those by 15. I find the perimeter, and then I want to raise it up however tall my room is. So that's why it's perimeter times height. Just one base, never two. Okay, next one is surface area. So now I want to find the total surface area. What's a situation where you would want the total surface area, not just the lateral? What about something as simple as like wrapping a present? Do you wrap just the sides of a present? You wrap all the parts of a present. You would want to know the total surface area of your box. So total surface area is going to be pH. Well, we already found that. That was the lateral surface area. What did we leave out when we found the lateral surface area? The base. And Kendall, how many bases are there? You were asking about this. There's 2 of them. So when we find the total surface area, we want to take the surface area we already found, P times H, plus 2B, because there's 2 bases in a prism. Every prism has 2 bases.
So do you add
Now, wait, let me define what B is. Capital B is the most important variable of this whole unit. What do you think capital B stands for? But more importantly, not just base.
the base? Perimeter of the base?
Not the perimeter of the base, it's not P.
Area of the base?
Area of the base. Capital B stands for area of the base. So if the base is a trapezoid, how are you going to find capital B? Base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. You have to go back to your formulas from last unit. Capital B depends on what the base is. So we'll get into that as we work more of these problems. All right. We already found the LA, so we already did that work. Let's not redo that work. That was 288. Now we need to find capital B. Capital B stands for area of the base. So I want everyone to find the area of that triangle. Find the area of the purple triangle. Go. Area of a triangle. Just one. Find the area of the triangle. Oh, right here. Yes. Base times height divided by 2. That's how you find it. Yes, it is. That's how you find the area of a triangle. Base times height divided by 2. 48 divided by 2. And then to find the total surface area, all you do is this one plus 2 of these. So it's 288 plus 2 24s, because there's 2 bases. We don't want to only cover one base. We want to cover both of them. 336 centimeters
Wait, how'd you get
squared.
24?
Oh, area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. Base times height divided by 2. Area of a triangle. Only one we haven't talked about is, yes.
The unit.
Yeah, I put units.
No, but are they all centimeters squared?
Thank you.
This is an area, and an area. So yes. Okay. Now we're going to move on to volume. Volume is the number of cubic units in a solid. So this time we're going to have centimeters cubed. It's going to be our units when we're talking volume. Volume's 3D, so centimeters to the third. Yeah. So why would we need volume? What's a real world situation that deals with volume? Huh? Your hair? Not exactly. What, Kendall? Filling up a glass of water. There you go. Pouring liquid into a solid is volume. No, not that kind of volume. So how would you find the volume of a figure? What do you think the formula is?
Fill it up with water.
No, the formula.
You find the area of all the
And then add in that surface area. How do you find volume? Yes, that's for a rectangular prism. It's length times width times height. Very good. There you go. Base times height. And in a rectangular prism, the base is the length times the width. So that's where you got that from, Austin, but that's good. So the volume is base times height. Area of the base times the height. Area of the base times the height. So good news, we've already found capital B. It didn't change. What's capital B? Still 24, it didn't change. What's the height? That didn't change either. 12.
12.
So the volume is base times height, 24 times 12.
288.
It's actually the same as the lateral surface area, but that's a coincidence. That doesn't happen every time. Centimeters cubed. Centimeters cubed. Okay? Woo! So there's a summary of your formulas, except these are on your formula chart, so no need to memorize those.
Wait.
What? You don't need to... What?
I was just gonna write it down.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No, don't write them down there. You've already written them down at the top, hopefully. And that, we're going to write numbers down. Okay, example number 1. Oh, another triangular prism. These must be the ones that students struggle with the most. Maybe that's why we put them twice in the notes. All right, go ahead and work on that. I want you to first find P, H, and B. And I'll give you a couple minutes to work on that. Find P, H, and B. Go off to the side and find P, H, and B. Because if you can't find the pieces to the formula, you can't work the formulas. P stands for perimeter of the base. H stands for height. Capital B stands for area of the base. Everyone just find P. Can everyone just do that? Find P. Some of you aren't doing anything. Just find P. So everyone in their calculator right now should be doing 25 squared minus 7 squared. Every person should be doing 25 squared minus 7 squared. Because I don't know all the sides of that triangle. Do you know all the sides of that triangle?
Then find it.
By doing Pythagorean theorem.
Oh, yeah. 24?
Yeah, you had to find that. It wasn't going to magically appear on your page. Melanie, what's the perimeter of the base? What is P? $56. Very good. So we got one variable down. 56 is the perimeter of the base. You add them up. Torin, what's the height? The height is the number that connects the triangle to the triangle. What number connects the triangles? 8.
I'm trying to look at it.
Triangle to triangle. The height this time is actually the one going up and down. That's your favorite. Y'all like when the height goes up and down. It's more familiar to you. That connects the base to the base. All right, area of the base. Now, the base is a triangle. So when I'm finding area of the base, I'm going to need base times height divided by 2 of my triangle. The number you don't use is the hypotenuse. You will not use 25 to find the area of that triangle.
Base times height divided by 2.
Base times height divided by 2 will get you the area of that triangle. What is it, Matt? Yes, thank you. All right. We've got all the pieces. Now we just need to plug them in. So now we go to our formulas. LA equals PH. We already have P and we already have H. Alea, what's the LA of my figure? $448. Thank you. Meters squared. Now, surface area is take that number you already found and add 2 of your B's. So you're going to take 448 and we're going to add double 84 plus 2 times 84. 616. And Austin, get us our volume. Base times height. Base times height. We've got our base right here. We've got our height right here. 672 meters cubed. 672 meters cubed. And that is how you find every piece of information you could ever know about a triangular prism. Whew. Let's move on. Let's do one that's not a triangular prism. Hexagonal. Yep. Hexagonal prism. I'm going to give you the apothem because I'm not going to make you find that. There you go. All right, let's start with perimeter. John, what's the perimeter of the base? What's P? Very good. 36. 6 times 6. There's 6 sides and there's 6 each. So capital P is 36. You add up all the sides. That's how you find the perimeter. All right, the height. Catherine, what's the height? 10. And now I'm going to give you a minute to find the area of the base. You might not remember this formula, so let me help you out. The base is a hexagon. So you've got to use this one. Apothem times perimeter divided by 2. I'm going to give you a minute to plug that into your calculator. The apothem is 3 root 3. I helped you out. I found that for you. 3 root 3 times 36 divided by 2. Make sure you get out of the radical. Don't put the 36 in the radical. It's going to be a decimal. Omar, what'd you get? 93.53. Yeah, it says round to the nearest hundred, so that sounds awesome. 93.53. Very good. The hard part's over, guys. Over. Now we just get to plug things in. Jeanette, what is the lateral surface area? Okay, it's P times H. We already found P. We already found H. 36 times 10. 360. Awesome. That wasn't bad. That wasn't tough. The surface area. You take what you already found. You take the 360 and you add 2 bases. So 360 plus 2 times 93.53. Good thing we have calculators in our day and age, right? Should be miserable with that one. Kaylee, what'd you get? 0.06, but yes. It's a good thing we have calculators. We're using these puppies a lot. What would we do without these? These problems would take forever without calculators. And volume. Kendall, what'd you get for volume? Base times height.
900.
Yep, you just move the decimal place over. That's what happens when you multiply things by 10. 935.3. We don't have units. We haven't had units this whole problem, so you don't have to put units. Okay, woo! Is this the last one?
No.
I sure hope so.
There's a whole entire back.
Oh, we're not doing the back today, are we? Does it say pyramids or cylinders? That's tomorrow. That's totally tomorrow. All right, a right prism. Remember, you get to ignore the word right because all of ours are right prisms, so don't worry about that. Has a base that's an isosceles trapezoid with bases 8 and 16 and legs 5. The height of the prism is 15. Find all those values. So I want you to label your picture. I want to see if you can label it correctly without my help. Label all those things they gave you. Label, label, label. Label, Dimitri. Check your picture with my picture and make sure you put the numbers in the right spot. Did you put them in the right spot? 8, 16, 5, 5, and then 15. Put them in the right spot? B1 and B2. Those are the legs. Right. Those are, yeah. Let's do the easiest ones first. Nasia, what's the perimeter of the base? What's capital P equal? Yeah, what is it?
34.
Good mental math. Woo. 34.
We have to get 34.
Oh, she added them up. 16 plus 8 plus 5 plus 5.
Yeah.
Perimeter. Dimitri, what's the height
Oh, I
of the prism? There's no calculating. Just tell me the height. Look at the picture.
Where's 15
Julie's head is still down. Lucy, what's the height? Thank you. Here's the toughest part. Now we're going to find capital B. This part's not easy. This part is from last unit. What is the base? What shape is the base? Trapezoid. So you have to go and grab the trapezoid formula. And I know you don't have formula charts in front of you, so I'll help you out.
1 base plus times height divided by 2.
Woo! That is how we're going to find capital B. Capital B is always the toughest thing to find. Once you found capital B, it's smooth sailing. Now wait a minute, guys. We do not know the height of our trapezoid yet.
Oh.
We don't know it. What is it? 15 is the height of the prism.
No.
16 minus 8 is 6 is 8 divided by 2 is, oh, thank goodness, 4 and 4. Look, that's 5 and that's 4. It's not drawn to scale. What? 3, 4, 5 triangle. Very good. 3, 4, 5. Thank goodness we didn't have to do any math other than know our Pythagorean triple. All right, so base 1 is 8. Base 2 is 16. We just found out it's a very short trapezoid. It has a height of 3 and divide by 2. We were just finding the area of a trapezoid right there. That was last unit.
Oh.
Matt, what'd you get? 36. Woo! P is done, H is done, and now B is done. Now we can find everything else. LA. P times H. 34 times 15.
5, 10.
Kendall, what did you get? All right, the next one, take that number you already found and add 2 bases to it. 510 plus 2 times 36. 582? Thank you. Those still following along. Last one. This is my favorite formula. I think it's the easiest. Base times height. 36 times 15. B times H. What?
540.
Whew. We are definitely going to stop there.